Check, check. Hey! Alright. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. I actually got to step out of my chaperone space so I can see the camera there. I am SM Sith Lord. This is the weekly or the bi-weekly world building stream here on the Somnium Space streaming channels here, like Twitch and YouTube, and get us on the tweets. Today, I'm going to be 3D modeling something, VR sculpting something that I'm going to put into a web world. Hopefully I get it all the way into the web world today also. But I have the green screen rolled up today so I can show you what it's like to sculpt. I'm going to be sculpting in an app called Adobe 3D Modeler, which is you can get a free beta of if you go to the Adobe site. And then I'm going to export from there as an FBX into the Somnium Web Worlds SDK in Play Canvas. Then I'm going to use it as a web world. But before I export it in there, I'm going to after I 3D model it, I'm going to paint it and then export it. And the way that I'm painting it is going to be different than I've been doing on other streams in the past build streams here, because I'm not going to be using a traditional texture. I'm going to be doing vertex color painting. Okay, so first up is the 3D modeling. I'm already in Adobe Medium here. I'll kind of walk through what I'm doing. Not in too much detail. There's other apps you could use to VR sculpt if you wanted to VR sculpt at all. So I'm not going to go into detail about how to use this, like the shortcuts, but it's pretty good for prototyping or concepting, 3D concept sketching of something you want to make. I'm going to use it to make a whole thing. So first things first, let me get the grid on here so I can get my foundation on. I also want to see if I just created a cube on the top or on the bottom. I created it on the top, so I'm right side up. Good, good, good. I'll undo that. Trying to get the detail level the way that I want it. Not quite. Okay, I think this is the detail level that I want to build my base structure with here. It's kind of like 3D pixels, so I'm just looking how big the triangles are here. And the resolution looks pretty good here. I could do a lot with this. Okay, okay. Okay. So, let me bring back the grid. Choose my color. I'll just make everything solid white at first. Here is my platform. I still have really no idea of what I'm going to build right now, but I know it's going to be a whole parcel-sized-ish area. So it's not a parcel, but it's going to be parcel-sized. And I'm eventually going to put it on a parcel. Looking good. Okay. White, full white probably wasn't the best color choice. Let me undo that and pick a gray so it's easier to see the shading. Okay. Now that I have my foundation in there, I'm going to go ahead and make a new layer so I don't mess that up. And on my foundation, what is my structure going to be? Well, let's start by making, just as if I was building in the easy mode builder in Somnium, I'm going to make a little capsule of a person on here. I'll just make him, I'll make him orange. And this is how big a person is. Huh. Actually, let's make this how big a person is. So I do want some more detail. Okay, so if this is a person, then this other thing underneath it. Let's start sculpting this thing out here. And then I'll probably try exporting this and get it into the SDK earlier rather than wait until the very end, just to make sure it's all going to export the way that I hope. Okay, so pretty good resolution. Let's start sculpting. What am I making here is the question. I should probably use bigger cubes for whatever I'm making. Okay, I'm having a little bit of fun here. I'm thinking, oh, I could make something that's like a Mario 64 fighting Bowser track that you're running along. I could, but let's just do something else here. How about little Bob Rossen? We need something like this here. Okay, and over here, and I'm going to try to make like a courtyard and then a building over here. I think that's what where I'm going to go with this. We could make like a round courtyard, huh? We could. Okay. That's probably going to be like a pond. Over here it'll be nice and grassy though. Okay, the grass and the concrete are separate. That's right. So let me make a new layer. And then this can be the grass. Holy crap, it's like I'm doing tile. I'm a grouter. What about your knees? The fastest kid I know, you can't be a grouter. Okay, some stairs going up, some more grass. Turn on the angle lock again before I do the patches of grass. Okay, I'm just thinking here. The grass around the outside, I should focus on the structure, not yeah, let's focus on the structure today. And do these things, and we are building the structure here, and in the structure we need some steps. Well, this is going to be water. My Quest 2 battery is low. Oh no. You mean I wasn't charging it? I'm gonna have to get as far as I can. Let me check my batteries real quick. I don't even know how to check my Quest 2 batteries. Give me a second here. What I got? It's not even telling me. It's not even telling me. Alright, I just gotta get something, get it in there, and let's go. Alright. I can do that. It's a Unix system. I know this. I actually have never speed modeled in this app before. Maybe today will be my first day. Alright, so we got a big building over here. It's got a door in it at some area over here. Right? Yeah, and then there's like some kind of pillar things going like this. Okay. And then how about we make it kind of like a theater? Sure. How about some trees? Let's get some trees in here. It's not a dookie, it's a tree. I swear. I swear it's a tree. Okay, there. Wait, no, this big old dookie here needs a little branch. Okay. Jeez. Okay. How about some bushes here? Come on, let's get some bushes, some dark green bushes. Right here. Oh no. Is my headset dying? It might be. Headset power is low. Please plug in my headset. It is plugged in. What are you talking about? Let's get some paint going on here. Let's get some blue. Some blue. Huh, that's black. And we're going to go with mostly grays on this thing after all. Looks like crap. Let's paint it white. Okay, let's export this thing and save it. And I do all that from outside of VR. So that was awesome. Awesome VR time. Don't know how long my camera was frozen because I was in VR land. And I should have mentioned that I was not going to be able to read the chat very well while I was in VR. But I'm out of VR now. I can catch up with the chat and I can get in here and try uploading that thing that I just drew. Okay, so save. File. Save. And save this as World Sketch. All right, now we're gonna file export. We're gonna export an FBX, and we're gonna use raw triangles with vertex colors. Cool. Let's see how that works in there. Okay, we're going to start a fresh web world to put that model into that we just did. So to do that, you download the web world's SDK from here. It's this zip file right here, the template. You specifically download the template. So there, I got my template. Let's open that up. And we're going to say that this is VR Sketch. .zip, sure, all right. It doesn't matter too much what we name that, because what you need to do is you need to go to projects and you need to upload by clicking import project. You need to upload the template that you just downloaded. So I renamed the Somnium Web SDK, Web Worlds SDK. I renamed it to vrsketch.zip. That's fine. You don't have to unzip it. You upload the actual zip. And this will create a new project. Drum roll, please. Okay. Now, I'm going to rename it. So it's going to name it Web World Template version, whatever version is that you imported. I'm going to rename it to VR Sculpt Sketch World. Save. Let's go into editing it. This is where it gets fun. Right now, if you test the Web Worlds SDK, just default, like as soon as you import it into Play Canvas, like I just did, it's going to give you this little blue guy that you run around with in this placeholder stage, a little ball you can kick. You can go and there's two ways that your web world can appear on your parcel in Somnium Web here. That is either as an augment world or a holistic world. And a holistic world is going to put, it's going to like transport the people that visit your parcel in their web browser on Somnium Web. It's going to whisk them away into a completely immersive world that's all on its own. It's not really related to what you built on the parcel. Very much like jumping into a VR world in the desktop client of Somnium Space. The other option, so that's a holistic world where a person visiting your parcel in their web browser is whisked away to an entirely different experience. A holistic web world is one that when people visit it on a web browser, it kind of spawns what you built on top of the other one. So this is what this world would look like as a holistic world where it's all by itself. But if this were a augment world, and that's how you change from a holistic to an augment world. You go over here to the web world prefab and just change it from holistic to augment. Then I refresh over here. It's going to actually show me that your thing spawns on the parcel like this. You see the regular parcel is there when you're an augment world. So that also means whatever the person built on their parcel is there in an augment build, and your world kind of goes around it. Last week, I did an augment world where I built this Halloween thing that goes around the parcel. Okay, this week with this thing that I did today, I think I'm doing well on time also. This one is going to be a holistic world. So let's change this back to holistic. Let's delete the stuff that I don't want, like the walkway, and we'll keep this thing so I have something to stand on, I guess. We don't need the placeholder web browser object or the ball. We want the floor and the spawn point. That's important too. Okay. My point light. Yeah, let's move both of these things over here. Okay. Got rid of most of the stuff that I don't need in my scene. Still have a light and a floor. I don't really need those. I do need a spawn point. Let's import that model. First of all, let's try double clicking on it. When I double click on World Sketch, what does it look like? Wonderful. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. So let's import this into here and see how we can make it look in the Play Canvas editor here in the Somnium Web Worlds SDK. Now, the Play Canvas editor actually runs in your web browser. So it's very much like Unity, except for all web-based. And excuse the lag as I upload this file. This is a 32 megabyte FBX with no textures. I'm gonna have to re-export this thing. I could already tell. Let's see. Let's optimize this thing a little bit. We don't want raw triangles, we want triangles. Whew, yeah, we want this down to be about 38,000 triangles. Let's try it. Export. We'll call it World Sketch Slim or Optimized, Decimated. Okay. So it uploaded this huge, ridiculous one, which I'm actually just going to instantly delete because even if it works, that's too big of a file for people to download. So let's delete that and upload the new one, which is 600 kilobytes. It's not going to look as nice, but it'll transfer way faster. Let's see how this looks. I'm going to drag and drop the template into my scene here. Ooh. Pretty good. Okay, I think I'm going to re-export this with higher detail. Yeah, let's do that. So let me delete that. I'm actually going to delete it from here again. Okay. Last time I exported like 30,000. Let's export 48,000. That's a lot. But this is the only thing in the world for this for today. Sketch decimated. It is the world, actually. It's the environment. I don't know if I just opened the old version or the new version. There's the new version. It looks nice. Let's drag and drop it into the Asset Explorer here. How big did this one turn out being? Almost 1 megabyte. Cool, that looks better. We're gonna scale it up a whole bunch. Yeah, a whole bunch. Probably by 10. Cool, cool. Probably need to scale it by more than 10, now that I think about it. Probably 100. Actually, it's probably not going to be an even number like that, but it might be. Okay, we need directional light in this scene. Let's do it. I'll just turn this light into a directional light. Cool, shadows, cool. Let's get the angle the way that we want it. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, now, the vertex colors. This is the thing. This is what it all comes down to. We're going to assign something and see if the vertex colors work in here. I'll make a new material. I'll put it into the base folder higher here, and I'll call it vertex colors. I might need to make several of these, we shall see. Now, if I were to apply the vertex colors to this, and then I were to say to use for the default, for the diffuse, the vertex colors. Awesome! Kinda. Something's weird going on there. Okay, maybe it's like the specular that's going weird there. Yeah, that looks more like it. Do want it to be a little bit shiny though. With a little bit of the shine. I might give it a little bit of immersiveness too. Maybe. Let's get the texture on some more stuff. Can I use the same texture? Yes, I can. Okay. This isn't going to be the prettiest thing in the world now that I see it in here. But that's okay. Showing the workflow. You could spend more time on the sketch. But it's just awesome to be able to VR sculpt and bring it in. Water. And another cool thing is there's no material, there's no actual texture images associated with this. The vertices provide the colors. It's pretty dark. Let's refresh and see how it looks in here. Okay. I think I'm going to try to export it with a few more triangles. Yeah. File. Export. Just a few more. Okay, export. Let me get a skybox onto here. I definitely will want a skybox. This sketch, you know, I probably, you know, it's not the highest quality sketch is what I'm getting at here. It's not going to look too impressive in screenshots. In the previous streams, I was importing modeling assets and putting them in there. And you're able to import a bunch of assets and put them in there within a 2-hour time span. But to do a VR sculpture justice, it's going to take more than an hour of sculpting and an hour of getting it into the game engine. But let's just go through the motions here and worry about making it look nice later. Here's a 1 point whatever megabyte version of it. Let's update the old version that we had in there with the new version. It might, well, it's going to attempt to carry over the material modifications and stuff that I made to the old version into the new version. And apparently it did a really good job at it. I think that it kept them all. is going to be my collisions plane, so nobody falls through. The skybox. I know I have a skybox, probably in my downloads folder still. I don't have daytime clouds. Cloudy, there we go. Oh no, not material, I need a new skybox. Cube map. Up is always up, down is always down, but other than that, you're kind of on your own. Hey, okay, I'm going to pre-filter this cube map, and then I'm going to go to the environment settings and use it as the cube map here. And that should help with the coloring some. Let's launch it there. Let's see how it looks. Looking good. The model is too large. Let's shrink it down, but other than that, it's getting better. Don't know if I call it good just yet. The coloring, how the textures worked out, the vertex lighting on that, not so hot. That's an eyesore, the coloring there. Now, to properly do that with vertex coloring, I remember I'm using vertex coloring this session instead of actual textures. You would have to make those two different objects so that the coloring that you applied to them didn't bleed from the blue to the white. So, I mean, I could go back into the VR sketch program. Next time, my next sketch, it's going to be better than that. Because vertex lighting. Okay, so let's continue working with what we got here. The smaller I make this, the better it's going to look. That's too small. That's a little too small. That's pretty small too, but I think it's acceptable. The next thing is let's make the lighting a little higher quality. Get the floor readjusted. Increase the lighting distance some. Yep. Yep. Okay. This is not the most attractive thing in the world. How can we make it more like the most attractive thing in the world. Ain't too much we can do to make it more attractive, is there? I think that we need a better artist. That's what went haywire here. Or I need to spend more time on it, actually, because it was pretty quick. But what do we do now that we're here? We look for a funny character that matches this that we're going to put into here. Okay, let's check out Sketchfab. This is a very good Johnny Bravo. Let's do it. Download Johnny Bravo as a blend file. Blend? Okay. Hang on. We're better than this. How did this happen? Let's launch into Blender. Yeah. Launching into good old Blender to open this good old blend file that I just downloaded of Johnny Bravo, which I'm going to rig and put into this thing. We'll call him Charlie Bravo. Extract to here. It is a blend file indeed. Interesting texture. Where do all the default cubes go that you delete from Blender, I wonder? Import FBX from my download section. No, it's not an FBX. Open a blend file of who knows what version. Did it work? Hey, it worked. Now we're going to export as an FBX with copy on. And we're going to put it into our desktop and call it Charlie Bravo .fbx export. Okay, now let's go see if Charlie Bravo shows up correctly there, and if it does, we're going to go to, I forgot the www. Charlie Bravo FBX. Perfect. You look marvelous. Let's put you into here with upload character Charlie Bravo. Charlie Bravo has tiny legs. I wonder if the auto rigger is going to work. Oh, look at that! He came with the skeleton. No hands, but I'll take it. Okay. Dance, Charlie. Let's get Charlie's silly dancing. We're going to download with skin, all that. Download. Let's try to save this scene SOS because it's crap, and let's uncrapify it. Can't uncrapify it all the way without going back and working on the model some more. But we're going to try to camouflage the crappiness of this model by adding some stuff around it. And the crappiness of the model is due to me making it so fast and just rolling with how it turned out with the first export. Okay, let's put Charlie Bravo over here. He is huge. Should he just be huge? Would that take attention away from the crappy stage? It might. But he should be kind of on the stage doing his dance, probably. Charlie Bravo, we want you to dance, so we're going to give you an animation. And you actually have to create a separate animation graph. Which is nuts. Okay, now that's there. Now I need to tell it the animation. It auto plays. We should be good if I refresh. Cue Johnny. Johnny, go, go. You're green, go, Johnny. There he goes. All right. Charlie Bravo. Uploading another blank Somnium Web Worlds SDK so I can copy out one of the prefabs I deleted earlier. Which is the web browser object. Now you can watch Johnny Bravo, and I need to conceal the worst part of the texture stuff there. Do I? I don't think that I can conceal it, man. kind of wish the whole thing was just white. If the whole thing there was just white, I wouldn't have that problem, would I? Can't make the whole thing just white. It's just an ugly sketch. Just gotta do it. Let's mess with the texture a little bit more and see if there's any way that I can improve the looks of the vertex lit world here. I know it can get better. I could give it a glow, a sheen, if you will. Ooh, okay. That helps some. Look at this. Look how stylized we are. That actually helps a lot. That helps a lot. It looks weird, but it helps a lot. It does not help with that monstrosity of a building with the vertex color lighting bleeding, but what are you gonna do? Okay, let's get a couple more characters in here. I don't even know what my screenshot in here is going to be. Hey, it looks pretty cool, all glossy like that. Looks like we hosed it down with something. Let's get another character. One more character. Do we have time? We should have time. How do I check? I checked a little while ago. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I got like 40 minutes here. There's a toad. Got a really cool dog here. Dog. Weird floating heads. Cartoon character. That looks pretty cool. Maybe one more. Dogs are cool. Like Dags? I like Dags. I might search for Dags. I don't think Miximo's gonna know how to rig these guys. So pass on them. Maybe download that one. This little guy. How are you looking? You look marvelous. Let's download that. As an OBJ. Yeah. Wow, that's a big file. Okay. This guy is a cool little FBX. Let's get him. Cartoon character. Got him. Business Frog here. He might be really high poly. He ain't the lowest poly. And Miximo might have a hard time rigging him, so I'll probably hold off with him. So I did download a couple things here. Let's see if we can get him in. We got potato character and cartoon. Potato character, this one, extract cartoon character 1. Down here, and that default was a FBX. So I just upload my FBX over here, and then Ooh, look at you, buddy. You don't look right, do ya? Let's get your material on you there, pal. Ain't your buddy, guy. Awesome. Didn't I get another one? I think I got an OBJ or something, right? Oh, yeah. What am I gonna do with that? Potato character, huh? Show me what you got. Oh, wow, you're cool. There's no way you're getting animated on Mixamo. This guy cannot be animated on Mixamo. Maybe I could get one more thing here. This guy is awesome. Tell me that he looks marvelous. He does. Tell me he comes in FBX. OMG. That's some Pro S stuff there. This guy made a dog too? I wanted a dog. I don't understand how he's animated. It's a static pose. No, here you go. He sits! The dog sits! Oh no, I need this dog! Oh, wait a second, the dog does all kinds of stuff. He doesn't just sit. You don't just sit, do ya? Okay, I'll pass on the dog. I'll pass on the frog. I downloaded Black Hat. Cool. Here. Doing good on time still. This is another awesome FBX. It's going to have everything bundled into it, including the animation, just like that farmer guy. The texture, that farmer guy didn't have bundled in, so this one probably is not going to have the texture bundled in either. I'm going to upload that separately and assign it. And just template there. Bam! Excellent. Now, hopefully this cast of characters distracts people from the quality of the vertex color painting on my stage that I am ashamed of. Animation state. Graph. Using, ooh, we have a couple animations, do we? Let's try this one and see what it does. Let me jump into the chat here. I wasn't in chat initially when I was in VR, so I am falling behind in the chat. Type hard or go home, baby. What up? It's Sith style. Well, I don't know. I think I could do better. We'll just call this a whip here. Work in progress. But what am I gonna do besides all this testing here? This guy's cool. I don't need any more models though, actually. Mixmo, don't need you anymore. Johnny Bravo, don't need you. Are we getting into chat? And then I think that's it. I think that I'm ready to push this to GitHub. And what's up, everybody in the stream, watching and chatting in the places that you can chat. Let's export this thing and assign it to a parcel, I believe, and then see how that web tab there turned out. Yeah, this looks good. I'm not gonna bother with all the collisions yet on my blocky terrain. If I re-export this at a higher vertex count, I don't think it's worth it. I think we're good here. Yeah, the sketch, it's rough. It can go through another pass, but you know, we were just concept sketching anyway. So let's export this and get it on a parcel. I'm going to create a new GitHub Pages thing to do it, like last time. Hopefully it goes smoother this time. It went pretty smooth last time. All right, so we're automatically saved. Let's go to the main master version control. We're going to publish. We're going to click download. We're going to download a zip. You don't need to check anything else, but out of habit, I always check those two things. And we are downloading. This is called VR Sculpt Sketch World. Okay. Desktop. No, download. Okay, these are the files that I have to upload. So let me extract them here, because I'm not uploading a zip here, I'm uploading the actual files. Here are the files. Let's go to GitHub. You have to register to get a GitHub account. And then where it says recent repos, we're going to click new, and we're going to call it VR Sketch Som World. Okay, VR Sketch Som World. Description. A world that a demo world made in a VR sculpting. A demo Somnium world made in the public. Okay, this is all good. We're going to click create repo. Oh, now that the repo is created, I'm going to go to it. Start by creating a new file or uploading it. So I'm going to click upload an existing file. Look at this. Okay, this was the step that I wanted to get good. I'm going to just drag and drop every single file from here. I don't know if drag and drop in the folder is going to work. Into here. Wow, drag and drop in the folder did work. Now, what's so awesome about this is I didn't need the GitHub client, and I didn't need an FTP client. I didn't need web space. All I had to do was go and click create repo and upload this stuff. Now, there's going to be one more step after it's done uploading these 47 files. Well, there's going to be a couple more steps. But as far as the hosting, I got to go and turn on GitHub Pages in the settings menu, I believe. Which I will do in 7 files from now. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, settings. Oh, I need to commit these. You're not done. Okay, so after you upload them, you need to commit them still. So I'm going to go here and say initial commit. You got to give it some kind of words there and then click commit changes. Processing my files. I wonder how many minutes that's going to take. While that figures itself out, let's go to somniumspace.com/parcel/2288. And I'll likely take down one of the web worlds that I have assigned to whatever I have assigned to 3388 and replace it with what I have built today. See what we got last time. Well, this wasn't last time. This was a few sessions ago. Ah, yes, the Halloween world. This was, I believe, the first world that I made on the stream here. It was pretty good. We got that witch flying around in it, that cool light, Pumpkin Man. Good stuff, man. Okay, I'm gonna at least temporarily take down this web world from this parcel. This is how you assign the web worlds, by the way. Go to your parcel in Somnium Web, and then let's go over here and assign it to adjust parcel settings. Change that to adjust parcel settings. Yeah. Change this away from the one that I made that day into this one. Okay, here's that other step that I was talking about. You go to settings and you scroll down here to, maybe you don't scroll down. No, you click on pages. Yeah. And then deploy from branch. Okay, where it says none, you change that to main and then you click save. That's what it was. Now, you need to know what your URL is. And I need to remember where that is. Let me go back to general here. Yeah, you go to general. And features. What's my URL? I know I have a URL. Pages. Okay, well, let's guess the URL. Oh, I'm queued for GitHub Pages. All right. So it takes a moment. After you click the thing in that settings menu, you gotta wait again for this to happen. Refresh here. Okay, now we're active. When I click on GitHub Pages, new deployment. Here, I got a URL. Now when you test, oh, wait a second. There's another thing here. This happened to me last time. It's like when you go to test, it doesn't work. So this is the final step that you have to do. You have to go, where's the web world that I made last time on here? Get Pages example. No Jekyll. Oh, wait. Oh, this was a setting. I saw the setting. Oh, cool. I'm getting better at, well, next time I'll be good at describing what to do here. Go to Pages, no Jekyll. I saw this somewhere. Here, learn how to add a Jekyll theme to your site. Well, that's not what I want to do. I want to add a no Jekyll. So they say to just add a file that says .no Jekyll with nothing in it. Okay, let's do it. Pages. Add file. No Jekyll. Now it should behave exactly as it did when you were testing. after the commit goes through, because you kind of have to wait for everything to update with the GitHub pages. So give it a minute and then... Okay, this one looks like it just got deployed, and it will work exactly as it did while you were testing. Oh, this is the wrong one. Oh. Hang on. Get pages. Yeah. Get pages. Deployment. There. Okay, so you get this GitHub URL, and then you copy it. Here it looks exactly as it did in the test thing. Like, you can't interact with the thing. You're just the blue guy walking around. You don't have any of the features. So I go and I paste it into here, and then I click save and reload, and then... Uh-oh, I didn't upload something. Because I had a really weird file name. It didn't upload something. A file didn't exist on my server. So, I'm going to have to rename my animation GLB, and then I'll be able to... I got to rename the animation GLB in here. And then I should be good to go. I think it's just had such a long name that the URL to it ended up being longer than the maximum allowed. Okay. So I'll fix that off stream and get some screenshots either today or I might work on this later this week and make the sketch higher detail and stuff like that, like I was talking about. The higher detail you make the sketch, the more of a performance impact it's going to have and loading size and all that. So what's best to do is actually use instancing if at all possible. Like the bushes, I could use instancing, but all my bushes would be the same if I used instancing. So it's really chunking that I really need to do with the colors on that stage being a mix between blue and white. That's because they're on the same mesh and the vertex colors are interpolating between the two values, which ain't good. But besides that, this is looking good. I'm going to fix that issue with my file names, redeploy, and get those screenshots. And I'll see you all next week. Or no, not next week. Today's Monday. I'll see you guys on Friday on the stream, either working on this web world or doing another one. It was a lot of fun doing the VR sculpting. This time I did the VR sculpting for like the whole world. And when you do that, it's a little bit difficult because of the poly count. You're making this giant stuff and you can't have a whole bunch of polygons in each little section of it. What is probably a wiser use of the VR sculpting is VR sculpting objects like a sword or a face, a statue, or a building, but a statue of a building. Because when you're making smaller objects, the poly count, you can't see like little triangles on everything like I can here, especially with the painting. But when you're doing massive stuff, all these little details kind of jump out at you. Okay. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And I'll see you all next week. Or, I'm sorry again, Friday. And I am going to fix these naming things and redeploy. Also, next time when I do the Git Pages thing, how to set up GitHub Pages and upload your thing, I'm going to be able to do it so smoothly because I'll remember the no-jekyll thing, and I'll remember not needing to have FTP. I'll do the no-jekyll thing before I turn on GitHub Pages. It's gonna be glorious. And yeah, we should get those instructions into the Web Worlds SDK thing. And I'll see you all Friday. Peace.